What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about stellar lumens today. Hit that like button, subscribe, everybody. Let's get going. Let's get talking about this because it's been a few days since I've talked about stellar lumens. It's at about 50 cents right now, 49 cents. I know I've gotten some comments. People are asking, why is XRP at new relative highs and stellar lumens is not? They both moved up together. Stellar lumens even outperformed XRP. Why is it below its highs? Who knows why, man? I don't know. XRP was the more hot topic of the day. It's got some insider news that's worth trading. I don't know. Who knows why anything does anything, but it broke out, it moved up, it did it first, and that's okay. Things take their turns. That doesn't mean that XLM, it doesn't mean that this is any less likely to move up. It doesn't mean that this is any bad play. It just means that XRP went first, XLM goes second, or third, or fifth, or what. It's going to happen, though. It doesn't matter what the order is. It's going to happen. And if you look at XRP, if you look at this chart, actually, it should get you bullish for XLM because you had this little wedge here. You came up and then down, and then boom, you went to town. You had this little, just like on XLM here. You had a little wedge here. You went up, you went down, and then boom. You go to town? I don't know. Maybe. I think so. I think it's what's going to happen. It looks the exact same. It's just it hasn't happened yet. That's all I'm saying. So I think by using XRP and this immediate top that we had off of this move, and I say immediate top, it's just kind of where you had your momentary high yesterday, right? And maybe you continue to grow. I think we could assume to see where stellar lumens is going to break out, not just over the coming days, but over the coming weeks potentially, right? Probably over the coming days, though, I would guess. You went right above your 382. Sorry, your 1272 at $3.26. You're likely at this rate, at this pace, man, you're not going to stop here. You're going to keep going. So I would assume XLM does the same, right? From a high to a low, you've got a date with destiny. You're at 49 cents. You're behind XRP in a sense, but really you're just waiting your turn. When your turn comes, you're going to see a big move. XRP might still move up, but it probably doesn't move up as much as XLM. It's at 77.6 to 99.5. And when I say it doesn't move up as much as XLM, I just mean XRP's got a higher market cap. I think it might move up just as much relative to its fib levels, but percentage-wise, XLM does have a lower market cap, so it's likely to gain more. Or I shouldn't say that. That's not necessarily true. It has more potential to gain more. Does that make sense? So whenever analyzing these, if XLM has higher percentage growth, even at the same fibs, it should because it's got the lower market cap. So it just makes sense. But looking at this here, we're at about 49.26 cents now. We interacted with the golden ratio, pulled back to the 382, and now we're at the golden ratio again. I don't believe we stop here. I do believe the next target at a minimum would be to the 786, 886 area, something like that, which is at 54 cents. To 58 cents, 59 cents. I would expect that you're there by the end of this week. It is Friday now, right? So between the end of today and Sunday, sometime you will be up in this area. If I'm wrong, then you won't be there. You'll only be higher, right? You might do something exactly like what XRP did, right? Where you just straight bypassed your 786, 886. You had it for a moment and you just bypassed it. If you see something like this, and this is why, again, I keep peering back to XRP because I think this could be a blueprint for XLM. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. They might do the exact same thing. They might do something that's similar, and this helps a little bit. They might do completely different things, and this is an absolute waste of time. But if it's not an absolute waste of time, the assumption would be we'll know that you're not going to stop in the 786, 886 area if you break out and you find support on the 886, the area that was supposed to be your ceiling, that you were supposed to find resistance on. You disrespected it. You even rubbed it in a little bit, and then you went off to the races. So XLM, if you want to run and you want to go off to the races, you want to see a 77-cent move, potentially by the end of the week, if not certainly sometime next week. What I'd like to see is, relatively speaking, in like a very short amount of time, probably within the next 3 days, if not probably within the next 5 days, like in a very short amount of time. You don't have too much time left to do something with this. I would think that you do move up, right? If you move down from here, I don't think that'd be a good look. You don't want to reject your golden ratio twice. Okay, just saying. And you look really bullish. You got the volume. Everything's there. Keep moving. You want to keep moving up right now. Okay. If you do what XRP did and you move up above your 886, you move up above 58.8 cents there, and you pull back to find support. If we see that kind of maneuver, and you'd probably want to see what we're on the 4-hour basis, you probably want to keep it on the 4-hour basis to identify that properly. But if we see that happen today or tomorrow, you guys, you're going to hear, I will make videos about XLM every single day. Like maybe not every single day, but But if this happens today, I will make a video about it tomorrow and probably the next day, right? Because this breakout's going to start. I'll be making XLM videos for a daily basis for quite a while if we see this kind of maneuver, okay? If not, if, you know, we're only here by the end of tomorrow, no big deal. If we're only here by the end of the week and then we pull back a little bit to start the next week and then we move up, no big deal. But inevitably we're going to move up. We are going to move up. And let's get to the real meat and potatoes, the where the price is going to be by the end of this move. Because we've been talking about the low stuff that's like below $1. Let's talk about where this thing's going to be by the end of the move, not just this initial breakout, right? So XLM, you've been range bound. You've been held down by this all-time high here. You've been range bound now for the last 2 cycles. It's kind of like a diamond almost. I wouldn't. Is it a diamond? Is it a diamond top? Is that a diamond top? Is it? It almost looks like it is. Right? It's so good, actually. Even here. Anyways, I'm getting distracted. If it's a diamond top or not, whatever, it looks like you're breaking out of it. It's a multi-cycle period, okay? I think you're going to move higher from the overall high to the low of this range, and then the all-time high to the last cycle low. The reason I love diamond patterns, I don't know what it is, but they're rare patterns, and they tend to be very very good performing patterns, and they also are known whenever you break out to move at a high velocity, which it all seems to fit the bill. There's just something about this that it looks like it, but I don't think it is a diamond pattern, but it's similar enough to it. I don't know. Maybe it is, and it's just a funky one. But anyways, based off of your high, your all-time high, to your low of this consolidation phase, the high to the low of your last cycle, the projected target areas you have are at a minimum $1.54, and then the next target would be 218. Based off of this, it'd be 246. I like this, that both of these areas line up here. And that makes a lot of sense to me that you'd probably stop at that 218 to 246 area. You're at 49 cents now. You could go to the next target area, which is at like 358 to $4.08. You could do that, but then we're talking about a move that's like this by the end of February, and this was the move that preceded you. I don't see that happening. I see it happening inevitably, but by the end of February, I'm more comfortable with the idea of something between $1.54 to $2.46, likely around $2.20. And the reason why we get $2.20 as the quote-unquote likely target, or the assumed to be likely target, is the measure move of this pattern here, right? Beyond the fib targets pointing to it, if we take the low to high here of this move, that's the bull pole. This is your bull flag here on the low, right there. Your measure move would take you right up just above that 1414 actually. It would take you right at about $2.27 right there. So definitely reasons that puts you in between this pink line and the yellow line, the 1272 and the 1414 of these two different fib ranges. Very significant cycle high to cycle low, the last 2 cycle fib ranges. I have no doubt, and then in culmination, your measure move takes you right in between them. I have no doubt in my mind whatsoever. When you break, and the area to look for to know when it is time to get excited for this area would be about 61 cents, 62 cents. 62 cents here, 60.5 cents here. Let's just say 62 cents. You break above 62 cents, and I would expect that this next move that you're going to see would be on pace with the last move that you saw. If not, and I actually am kind of under the expectation that this took 3 weeks to form and to come to full, I don't know, full force. I don't want to say that, this feels so bland, but full force, full effectiveness, I don't know, 3 weeks. I expect it'll take more than 3 weeks this time. But again, we're calling for that area by the end of February, probably like this time here, right there, right? And that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6. That's already 6 weeks out from here. So something that takes more time than this move, but is about the same size in essence, right? If not, then maybe you top off earlier than like end of February. Maybe it's early February, but time will tell. I don't think I have anything else that I want to say. I think everything's been said. The 4-hour time frame, we could just do a quick little look at some shorter term time frames. 4-hour time frame looks bullish as hell. I love the fact that you're getting higher lows here, right? In your trend, you got higher lows here. You've got lower lows in the RSI. That's bullish, guys. It's very, very bullish. You've got this look. So what happens with stuff like this, and this deceives a lot of new people in the markets, right? Is you've got these higher highs here, and you've got these lower highs here. So it looks like bearish divergence. It is, and it isn't. it is in the sense that yes, you had bearish divergence, but this move here that you pulled down to, the divergence formed back here, you pulled down to where the divergence formed already. You've already fulfilled the bearish divergence. So while it is there, it does exist. We've already seen it happen. So now while it looks like there's bearish divergence, it looks like we haven't had this crazy rejection off of bearish divergence. You don't need that. You just need to revert back to where you diverged from, right? You can see crazy rejections, but that doesn't mean you need to. What we really do have is we have lower lows and higher lows, and we haven't seen the recourse of that action yet. So I do suspect that XLM and just getting into these overbought areas, right? You're flirting above the 60, living above the 60, getting into that overbought zone, man. I really do think that today or tomorrow you're going to get this move started. Definitely by the end of this week, I would expect you to get this move started. Daily time frame looks bullish as hell too, by the way. I would think by the end of this week, man, you're at 50 cents now. You're probably gonna be at 58 cents, if not higher, man. Like you could be at 77 cents or $1 by the end of this week. Genuinely, and you're only at 50 cents now. And of course, higher targets than that, higher prospects by the end of February is what we're expecting. I got nothing else for you guys though. 1 hour it all looks bullish, man. It looks really good. So hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.